Is that Dark Angel hero? Yes, it is. Adagnister takes down another random top cut as well here. And we have Tri-Brigade DPE winning the regional? Alright then. Call 40. 30% of you guys have not smashed Live Crap by that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100k ladder. This regional breakdown is quite interesting for Nevada. Actually, I'm surprised to see that only 84 players showed up to play this. That's actually kind of small in terms of generalized representation. Tri-Brigade DP took down this regional as the first place, which honestly kind of shocks me. I'm actually kind of surprised to see that Tri-Brigade is still, not so much like as a rogue deck, but it is competing and doing well here. Obviously, Despia something was your highest represented deck for this. Actually, it was Despia and then Despia Eldritch. I'm actually also happy to see that Despia Eldritch is performing up to standards as well. I think that's kind of my my more little interesting deck out of all of this, is the fact that Eldritch is still able to adapt and use all of this craziness going about it to allow it to perform well. We also had that hero deck. Yeah, that Dark Angel hero deck. Now, for those of you like, wait, Dark Angel, yeah. So you give your opponent a Destiny hero, effectively, that says, oh, every spell card that you activate is negated. And then your opponent's like, oh, like, what am I supposed to do? And the answer is, you don't do anything about that. Getting that stuck on you is one of the harder things out here. And we also had the little Sun Avalon adventure deck here. And yes, you are getting the chance to see another Thurion deck come out of the woodwork here. All right, that out of the weekend, I think, wraps up, what, 4 to 5 Thurion decks at this point, which kind of proves to me that this deck is now sitting at the dinner table as one of those rogue contenders. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, like, seriously, like, more Thurions? Yeah, if you were wondering, like, why the price tag on these sorts of things was up to the moon, well, your justification is, oh, it was seeing competitive play, and it's actually performing up to the standards of the community. Let's dig on into these deck lists, shall we? Talked about a few of these lists already, but I'm gonna do a flashback here for some of you. Yes, we are playing a Rescue Cat Tri-Brigade oriented deck here, and you are seeing that, yes, we are playing Albion in this, so we can do McCourier shenanigans. No real surprise there. Alright, we are also playing the Branded Sword for some reason in here, so you just banish any number of branded spells and traps from your graveyard, special summon that many ice, and then yeah, then you can target one of your banished Albaz monsters that list Fallen of Albaz or mentions and add that monster to your hand. So we just recycle back Albion here. Alright, you're playing it for the secondary condition. Outside of that, DP is going to be our nice little hard carry for this after, I guess, everything's all kind of said and done. I love the 14 card side end extra deck here, by the way. Remember, guys, if you're going to attend an event, make sure that there was not a Forbidden and Limited list right beforehand to make sure that things go well. But I guess this does prove the power of Tri-Brigade DP still being a semi-resilient deck, which is actually kind of nice here. Next up here is our, yes, this is the Dark Angel hero list. So Dark Angel, if you have 3 or more Destiny hero monsters in your graveyard, you can discard this card and target 1 Destiny hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position. Alright? When a spell card or effect you activate resolves, negate that effect, and if you do, or if it did not have an effect, destroy that card. Okay, during your standby phase, you can banish this card and 1 Destiny or monster from your graveyard. Each player chooses a normal spell card from the deck and places it on the top of the deck. You get a whole lot of like application with this, but honestly, I think this card is pretty cute overall for what it wants to do with the deck. You also kind of extend out your Destiny hero package here. You also do see that we are playing Diamond Dude in this particular variant here, which is actually very, very nice. Outside of that, I do like the Regekis down here for board breaking, but outside of that, I don't see anything. For the rest of this deck, it feels pretty nat or normal, at least for a hero variant. Next up here is, oh boy, this is Super Polyhaven. Did you guys notice that the reason why Despia feels like such a strong deck is because you just get to slurp down super polymerizations and laugh at your opponent? Anybody else? No? Okay. I see that we are playing Triple Lord Darkness, but we did cut back on the amount of McCouriers that were in this build, which I suppose the fact we're on 43 cards does kind of, I guess, amount to that. Also, shout out to seeing Nightbeam down here. Nightbeam has seen such a huge increase in play as of late that it's actually kind of nuts to me. All right, just the fact that you can snipe your opponents like Brandon Reds or something like that and have them be unchainable at the time of you doing it is really, really nice. I think a lot of players really underestimate this card and the fact that now it's seeing even more competitive value in terms of just being able to take care of those more troublesome cards. Yeah, there's a reason why it is super good right now, ladies and gentlemen. Next up here is our branded Eldritch list. Ooh, piece of candy. So first of all, 43 cards is fine. You're not going to have an issue there. I also like the fact we are playing Pot of X-Drive in here. I know a few people were discussing wanting to play Prosperity in this versus X-Drive, but to be honest with you, that extra card means that much of a difference to you. All right, if you are just kind of going in here shooting blind, you're going to have a really bad time, in my opinion. So this is definitely one big thing that I would emphasize on keeping it. I also like the double summon limit in here. This actually pretty much ensures you can slow down the tempo of the game and then play at your own pace. Something that Eldritch needs like a turn or two to do. I mean, obviously ending on, Mirror Jade plus Golden Lord shenanigans with like some combination of like hand trap / floodgates to back you up. It should be enough in some scenarios, yes. But if it ends up not being enough, you're just going to be like, oh, uh-oh, stinky. So I actually do like this list quite a lot here. Next up here is our Adding Nestor list, and this does not have a side deck, or the side deck was not given. I actually think that that's probably one of the funnier things about this particular list, was just the fact that, okay, the side deck is in fact actually here. Overall, okay. Is this something interesting? Yeah, but in terms of when they posted this online, it just has Drolls and like more of your standard stuff for this particular deck. But overall, Adding Nestor is a very scary deck, ladies and gentlemen. I think in terms of right now, this deck can just take a player out just randomly and just OTK them. The interesting thing about this list that I think a lot of players were very shocked with was the fact that there was no Heat Soul in here. All right, Heat Soul typically is one of those cards that generates a lot of advantage and allows this deck to keep in the game. And the fact that we didn't even play Heat Soul in this, I think is short of amazing nonetheless here. Next up here is our Flunder list. So for all of you guys that have been looking at Flunder decks, and I've seen like the same generic comment, why are we playing Dark Ruler no more? It's literally for board breaking. If the same group of 10 Flunder players that all did well, all at different regionals, all had like the same universal idea about playing Dark Ruler no more, maybe it's a good card. All right. We also are playing one Mystic Mine in the main, no Mystic Mines in the side. I also see that we have Unexplored Winds down here, so we can access it. I do like when you can see double Unexplored Winds, honestly. This is a cute little tech choice. All right. Your opponent thinks the one's gone, and all of a sudden, in comes the second. Your opponent's like, what just happened? All right. Like, you will take them by surprise with that. Also, double Trap Trick and Dimensional Barriers down here, so you can kind of round things out. I do also like the Harpy's Featherstorms in the main deck, but outside of that, this feels, once again, very standard for what you've seen for Flunder, ladies and gentlemen. So, alright, not too bad. Next up here is our Sun Avalon Adventure. Well, they called it Adventure Therion here, but you know darn well that this is just Plant Therion. So, one Regulux, triple Borea is fine. We are playing the one Disc Coliseum. We are not playing the discard a Therion draw, which I think is fine, considering you're not like too extended out into the Therion package. You're not going to go too crazy on that. One Dryad, triple Dryas is fine. We are not playing really any of the like heavier stuff. This build is playing Pot of Avarice. That's actually really cool. So you can actually go ahead and recycle back your resources depending how things go. That's actually kind of ingenious. I really do like that. One Sunvine Sowing is or triple Sunvine Sowing. All right, that's fine. Standard Adventure package. Remember, the Adventure Engine is going to be the reason why this deck can compete, because, like I said, your starter is a vanilla monster. All right, like, hello? If my starter's a vanilla monster, we can just gas all the way down to the floor and win the game that way. And the last deck we have for this regional is Swordsoul Tenyi. Oh no, I've talked about Swordsoul Tenyi so much. We have triple Incredible Ecclesia, which is fine, double Taiye, triple copies of Long Yun and the triple Mo Yi. Alright, and then our package is triple Arata, triple Ashuna, double Vishuda. We're actually not playing Synthana for this build, which is very interesting. Triple Chalice is fine, double Desire is poor, of course. Nothing else really too crazy down here. I do like the one White Aura Whale down here, another level 8 that you can have access to. I mean, also Water Turn plus non-Water Turn. You know how easy that is to make for this? Well, that is your regional breakdown for Las Vegas, Nevada. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with, you guessed it, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.